Do you guys have a jingle?
Yeah.
What's the jingle?
How's it go?
Don't look at me.
What?
Oh.
Live performance.
I was waiting for the words to come in.
No, that's it.
That should be the intro for this one.
Oh, there's an
Just
idea.
Marshall asking, do you guys have a jingle?
Yeah,
That is a good.
I'm gonna do it.
I always forget to even take one photo. That's why I try to get one at the start, because at the end I was like, I didn't even take one picture the whole time. And then afterwards we just run away and go, oh, okay, I gotta pee.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I think. Yeah. Well, you're sitting here in a room for an hour, and I'm not supposed to pee. Almost.
That's not part of the podcast.
That's not part of my life.
That's why I never go to Europe.
That's why.
Right.
That's why I don't go.
I'm at a loss.
Manny's offended.
I'm confused.
What if there's turbulence? What if I have to stay in my seat?
I love some turbulence, though.
You
You
love
love
I
it?
do, yeah. It makes a flight exciting.
it?
Unpopular opinion.
The turbulence?
The plane ride.
Yeah. I like a little bit of turbulence in my life.
Yeah.
I feel like that is kind of an unpopular opinion. Yeah.
Well,
And
here we go.
unpopular. Not severe turbulence.
Sorry. I'm like,
When I go into a plane, I like to feel like it's gonna crash.
Well, just a little, like, shake, you know,
the
a
thrill.
little rattle.
All right, we're getting cozy. I wasn't sure what we were going to do today. It started with the possibility of just Lyla, but now it's the full band.
Almost.
We've invaded.
Yeah, I didn't know this until we got down here. I was expecting it kind of an intimate 3-person
Oh,
thing.
sorry.
Well, no,
kept
it's
growing.
fine. It's
We
good.
can all get really close.
What's your name, by the way?
I'm Terry.
I'm Marshall.
Nice to meet you, Marshall.
I'm Manny.
We just shook hands.
And you're Lyla. I know you.
Yes.
Because this is what I was expecting. And then
Hi, I'm Rob.
Rob. And you're Jason.
And you're Terry.
And I'm Terry again.
Okay.
Now we're back
Sick.
at the start.
Do you want to do it one more time? I had read. I don't remember. I didn't notice the data in the article, but it said that you guys were working on coming up with a name. Is there any progress on that, or are you
Yes, it's Baharat.
Baharat? There
Yep.
you go. Okay.
Yep.
Simple as that.
That's nice and simple one word. Right? One word.
One word.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Baharat, but Baharat.
There you
It's
go.
a Palestinian or Middle Eastern spice mix.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're like the spice bitches.
Yeah. That's us.
It's
Cut that part out.
I'm having a flashback to when we first got to know each other and you were playing at Rich Narum's and I was like, I don't know how she says her last name. I'm like, I'm trying to say it and you walk right by, Abukhodair. I'm like, oh. No end of feeling dumb.
It's all good.
it's just some people's lot in life, you know. I understand. I it's my lot too.
Goes with my spelling. I spelled coffee on my last post wrong.
I don't think you're allowed to spell coffee wrong.
I think
I feel
I
like that
spelled
might be
business
the
wrong
thing.
on my business
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
Well, that one's so long, and complicated.
It's hard.
So many S's and
Yeah, Jason, there's no W in this word. I don't know where you got that from.
coffee.
Coffee talk.
Coffee.
Well, it's kind of a mix because we've got the band and then Lila's new thing with the new food thing. So there's kind of two sides to this that I think are fun. But for the band, is there a new album coming up?
There sure is.
I bet.
Yeah.
Sometime.
I like
Hopefully soon.
We're about 95 to 100% done with the recording process at this point, and now it's just a lot of post, like mixing and mastering and, all that stuff.
Did you self-record it?
We had a friend do it for us.
Our friend Charlie Kratz.
In a house, in a studio?
Yeah, it's like a garage studio.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very-
It's a sweet setup.
Here in town or?
In the woods.
Hidden
in
Woods
town.
Garage.
Yeah.
In the woods in
a
town.
Yeah.
garage.
Go to the woods, you'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he has like this finished garage, and he converted it into a recording studio, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Who's going to mix it?
Well, right now Charlie's mixing it. And we're going back and forth with like mix notes and stuff and what we want and like working on the production side of it. And
Cool.
Then, yeah.
Getting the artwork going and.
No, actually, unless Manny started it.
No.
Are you gonna do it?
There's me and Rob are working on stuff together.
Just we're throwing ideas around.
Yeah.
Okay,
you know.
cool.
We're worried more about the music part of it, and then once that's done, I think we'll pushing out art and stuff more.
I feel like worrying about the music on your album is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a musician
Step one.
myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Our songs are terrible, but our album art looks pretty. So
I mean,
Well, that's a bad transition because I was just gonna say something cool about our album.
Oh, there
is
you
that
go.
we all wrote the music like collaboratively,
Yeah.
collaboratively.
It's a band.
It's a band.
Yeah.
That's why we needed our band name.
I like that.
because it kind of shifted from us being Lyla Abukhodair's like band to like we're one solid unit and we're all writing music, and it's not just Lyla bringing her songs to us. It's like we're actually all writing them together, and like Rob has written some lyrics, and then I've written like some lyrics too, and like it's just like it's not like, oh, I play guitar, I'm gonna write the guitar part. It's just like everyone's kind of writing every aspect of every song, and I really like that.
Me too.
I like that. Always the best. You can tell too when a band is a band versus a project with kind of really good musicians jumping in and just adding colors. But when a band thinks and breathes, and it just creates something different.
for sure.
Yeah, and that explains the band name. I always wonder when people have something going with a name that's starting to pick up some really good recognition, and then they change the name. So when you guys played, I was looking to see. I'm like, it's the same band, but now it makes sense. So
We're bringing all of our own spice together into one spice mix called Baharat.
I love it. You got the elevator pitch started right there.
Yeah,
It's a little spicy.
it's a little spice.
Is it? Is it a spicy spice?
Oh
The actual
no,
spice?
the actual spice or the album?
Well, I guess both. Two questions.
The spice is like no. The thing with like Arabic food is it's not usually that spicy. It's just very spiceful, but. I'd say the album's pretty spicy. It's kind of like hits you in the face. The songs, I would say.
Yeah, no, it's
The Scoville units are up there.
Scoville units, I love it.
Is it difficult to kind of merge creative processes to create something four different people going into one album? Because I don't know. I feel like I have enough time trying to make my own decisions on my own, and to kind of have four voices seems complicated.
honestly like having worked with other groups before, like I've never felt the kind of like energy that we have as a collective. Like we get together and it just happens. You know, like we'll sit down and someone will have a riff and we'll get a drum beat going, and then lyrics will come over on top of that, and it just kind of it works.
I think for me, honestly, I think it's kind of easier for me because, like, oh, thank you. Not all the responsibilities like on me to like, oh, I have to write this guitar part, this bass part, and all that stuff. You know, I have like, because we're a 5-person band, and then we have like all these different perspectives of people. Like, Marshall, should I do this or this for this guitar part? And he goes, that one. And I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about which one to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice to kind of have like people. I think we balance each other's weaknesses out pretty well. Like stuff I'm not good at, other people are good at, and then like vice versa. So
What
like
am I not good at?
after the
And
interview,
you have to tell us
Marshall.
right now.
You heard it first here.
I got a little list in my phone here.
Well,
This is how the band breaks up.
Yeah.
No. But I
Planted the seed.
I don't know. I think for me personally, I think it makes it a little easier because, like Rob said, I think we're really good at kind of giving our opinions on stuff without getting in the way of people, and I think we're pretty good at getting our egos out of the way of the writing process. So, like, I don't know. I think it's so for me. Can't speak for everyone. I think it's pretty easy and pretty seamless.
Do you do the lyrics together as well then?
That's mostly Lyla
Okay.
and Manny.
Yeah.
And Rob, like Manny said, has written some.
Well, this whole group has been hanging out here at the cafe a lot recently, but also, did you go to Denfeld?
I went to Hermantown.
So Lyla went to Hermantown, but
Yeah,
Manny, you
I know.
I think I'm the only person who went to Denver.
you're the only one who went to Denfeld.
I work at Denfeld.
Rob works at
Wow.
Denver.
That counts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Okay, but your brother Lila's brother played here in punk bands. What was that punk band called? I can't remember.
It was an emo acoustic band called First Class Failure.
That's right, First Class Failure.
And it was sick. It was like,
Did they have the light bulbs under the chairs?
yes,
Yeah.
they would do that, and they'd both sit and
Yep.
play and
Which brother? Isaac?
Zach.
Zach.
It's the first time I'm hearing about this.
That's why I thought maybe you went to Demfeld just because I couldn't remember. And yeah.
No, but I was here a lot
Yeah, you were
when
here.
I was like 8 to 10.
8
just
to 10.
Eating like so much carrot cake and like watching this emo band, and he just inspired me for like everything in
That's
my
so
music. So just seeing him up there, and
I wish I had a photo of that band right now. Because one of the members is really tall, right?
really tall.
That's not
Grant.
your brother.
No.
No. Okay.
This brother is like I have 3 brothers, and one who has brown hair and tan Arab skin, and then my other brothers are like very tall and ginger. So we were the best Punnett Square family. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so oblivious. I didn't even ever catch that at all, ever, until you were doing pop-ups. I'm like,
Oh, makes sense.
I'm like so out of it.
You got a lot going on.
That's okay.
Don't get your hair cut and expect me to notice.
Hey, you noticed my makeup last time I saw you.
That's
You
odd.
noticed that changed?
Well, for the show.
Yes.
Yeah, but you were going all out.
Yeah, I was going
That
on.
was like theater makeup
When was that?
in a good way.
Legacy.
Did I see you?
I was wearing eyeliner, Jason. Like, it wasn't that great.
Maybe it was the fluorescent lights and you weren't stoned like everyone else.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe you were stoned.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. That was a long day. It was like a whole day of music.
Was it
Yeah, like
long?
free edibles.
Free
So
edibles is like, be
You're
careful.
bound to get more high as you
Yeah. I took it easy. I took it easy.
Oh yeah, I took it real easy.
I did. I did take it easy. I just disappear on edibles. I just like all of a sudden I just stop talking
An elusive figure.
and I always want to go back. I'm like, oh no, and then I'm stuck. So that's why I'm
My
scared.
dog stole an edible the other night.
Oh,
That-
We came back into the living room after making food, and there was a baggie on the floor. Like, what was in that? And it turns out our roommate had her purse open.
Oh.
And the dog went in and was like, "Oh, there's a cookie in here. There's a whole cookie."
Oh,
And he ate it.
no.
And we didn't realize anything was up until he stood up and he wobbled in place. And he thought his legs were asleep, but he sat back down on the couch and was kind of rocking around back and forth. And then he just slept real hard. And I just felt bad for him, but it was
Oh.
kind of funny, but I mean, he was really stressed out and everything, but then he was really chilled out. So
Our
Yeah.
really old dog Henry we were hiking and we were at a campsite on this hike on the SHT, and Henry ate something, ran away, and we didn't know what he ate. And then we get back home and all of a sudden he falls over. He like can't even walk, and we're like, "What's happening?" We thought he ate antifreeze or something or poisonous mushrooms, and we bring him to the vet, and the vet comes out and he's like, looks at me and marijuana intoxication. It was $660 to figure that out in emergency vet bills, but we thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
we
That's
did
scary.
call the emergency vet and say, so our dog's not gonna die, right? And they're like, no, he's just gonna have a long night.
And then they gave him charcoal for some reason, like liquid. And so then Tina just cleaned all her carpets, these light-colored carpets, because she was moving. And then, blah, charcoal all over. And she already brought the carpet cleaner bag. And probably, I don't know if she lost her deposit or what happened there. But, yeah.
Wow.
If someone saw me like throw up black stuff, I imagine they'd be so scared for me.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they would. Be. Hope they wouldn't look at that.
Don't worry, it's just charcoal. I got really high.
All my questions are answered. Oh, that's okay.
Hopefully it's not your soul.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you'd worry.
This is the big one.
Here it comes.
Oh man, if you could time that out though, that could be a really good prank.
Well, I mean, I could make myself throw up.
I mean, the charcoal specifically.
Well, I'll just.
Hey,
just-
your
Yeah.
part's not mine.
What do you think's in these cups?
I mean, we just do it outside in the parking lot.
I'll throw up right now.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Although this table does look rough.
Not like you.
Someone left this here a long time ago. I don't know who, but I don't know what I don't know what they used it for.
How do you forget a table?
I think it's like a DJ or something, or merch table or something. All of a sudden, there's a table. It's like, whose is this? And
Well, it's
ours
final
now.
show, leaving the table.
yeah, the band broke up. They did a podcast, and
Anyway, unrelated, of course. So we were talking about just a brief little bit about Arabic food and stuff, and because you have a restaurant opening up, is it soon or is it? Oh, it's not already open, right?
No.
but
I
soon.
didn't think so.
We sent a typo text to our friend Sam Levar, and we're like, this is the last morning until we open, but it was supposed to be like last month.
Oh.
And he's like, so was Sam, and he's like, what? And then it scared me reading that. I was like, no, it'll be early this spring.
This spring,
I
okay.
promise.
Maybe May.
So
Maybe May.
I feel like I don't know a lot about just food in general, so let alone anything outside of like, I don't know, like a 30-mile radius of what you can get here. And so for any sort of other uneducated listeners at home, what kind of things can be expected there?
So a big thing is that we are a market deli. That's what we're going with. It's not a restaurant.
See, there we go. See, getting misinformation.
No,
out of
it's
the way.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, we thought we've been toying with the idea, but really the first idea I ever had was that I wanted it to be a market deli.
Oh, okay.
I wanted it to be like really accessible for people who are working to come and grab something to go, but also like something that can help close the ethnic food desert gap we have here in the Northland.
Yeah, right, exactly. And it affects people like me who just know nothing about the world.
That's
now,
okay.
you know?
That's what we're here for. Like, and it's supposed to be a place to bring people together. And we have cookbooks. We have hot food. If you want hot food, you can get some hot food. You want coffee, we're gonna have fresh roasted coffee, and we have a grab and go deli case. We're gonna get like a bunch of cheese. It was so fun testing out the cheese we want, like a bunch of different fetas. I was dreaming of cheese for like two days. It was like kind of hurt my stomach, but it's very good.
Worth the pain.
But then many groceries, so if you want to take it home and make it,
Is there any
option.
spot for seating? Maybe.
Small amount.
Very small. Like
Small amount.
mostly
Yeah.
like to go, and you can just kind of snack on that here if you're on the bike path. And
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That'd be nice to be on the bike path too if you're going up the shore, picnic spot, grab and go picnic
Yeah, because
spot.
it's in the where the New Scenic Cafe was, right?
New London
New London Cafe.
Yes, New London.
Same one, yeah, same thing. I don't.
Both big shoes
Yeah.
that you'd have to fill, but the community
yeah.
was sad New London was leaving, but the community is also very welcoming to us, which is really nice.
That is nice. Yeah.
I'm super excited. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think you were the first one I heard about it from, and then all of a sudden I feel like random different places I've gone. Like I had a meeting at the small business development center. Yeah, that's what it's business development center, and they were talking about it there, and they were excited about it, and I think some other places too. So yeah, it's funny that words spreading around, and yet I still don't know anything.
I think it's going to be a super hit.
I think so.
Yeah, because I crave those things all the time, And you can't get anything like that around here at all. Minneapolis, but not here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a pop-up that we were going to do here
Yeah.
one time, but then there's a major disaster. But
Sam's appendix was gonna burst, and we're a 3-person team for our pop-ups, so we really couldn't.
yeah.
I didn't hear about this either.
Yeah, we had a whole ticketed dinner.
Yeah, sold
ready
out.
to go, everything like prepped, ready to make, to bake, and so we had lots of leftovers,
Oh, so,
which was nice because we had a sick one.
Going back to the feta, did you try the one from Wisconsin up by the Ashland area, Happy Hollow?
I have.
That one's a pretty good
That
one.
one's very good.
That's super good.
We do want like a domestic one.
Oh, is it all imported?
We're
Mostly.
we're gonna get some import. We're gonna have like a strong Greek one, a more mild one. There's this Bulgarian one that I kind of want, but it's pretty intense. It kind of will knock you out, but it's
I would like it.
It's good.
I
Like
would
if you
know I
like
would.
stinky cheese,
I
there you
do.
go.
I do.
And like a creamy feta. There's lots of different fetas.
I think if you've only had like Athens feta, and that's what you consider feta, there's so far to go. Unbelievable levels above that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're
that is
excited.
even a feta.
I didn't know you were such
It
a
is.
cheese connoisseur.
I am a cheese. You mentioned the
That's awesome.
stomach ache. I went to European imports cheese tasting where they had 1,200 kinds of cheese,
Holy moly.
and I had a serious stomach ache because
You ate 1,200 kinds of cheese.
I ate a lot of cheese.
I feel like a dairy novice right now. You guys just know so much about cheese.
I do
I'm
love
lactose
cheese.
intolerant. I can't keep up.
I just
No,
ordered
yeah,
a
thanks,
Colby
yeah.
from Deer Creek today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they make great cheese, Deer Creek in Wisconsin, and right now we have a St. Andrew triple cream brie from France.
Wow.
If you like stinky and gooey.
Oh,
Yep.
and I have a good one for you. It's called Nabalsi cheese. It's a very salt. It's like feta in the salting way and the squeaky way, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's only made in Nablus, Palestine,
Huh.
and it has black sesame seeds in it.
I love sesame as well.
And it's very good if you're hungover because it's very salty, but it's also just very different,
I'm into
It's just
everything different. I'll probably
very regional.
anytime. That's why I don't go to Mount Royal because I already have the European catalog I can order through Cisco. So it's like, but
Yep.
sometimes I don't want to buy a 22-pound wheel of something at $15 a pound. So
Your fridge is just cheese.
I have a problem. I maybe could handle vegetarianism, but if it was straight vegan, I'd be like, oh no.
Jason,
Yeah.
this isn't a podcast. The mics aren't on. This is an intervention.
You need to talk about this cheese.
We all love you very much.
We
so
knew
smelly.
it would come to this topic.
Yeah, we didn't have.
My phone is empty. I don't have any notes. It was all about the cheese.
He's looking up the nearest cheese rehab.
Jeez. Were you tasting a lot of dates too then?
I have a plug.
You have
Oh,
one?
oh, this! I thought you
got
meant
a
for the
date
deli. We have.
I
mean, like, was I
did
eating
too,
dates
though.
for the?
Were you
I was on the same
sampling
page.
crazy date
Oh, for
options too?
Ramadan or for the deli?
for the deli?
See, I almost called it a
totally.
restaurant.
That whole thing went right
I
over my
have,
head.
but I have a. I know which one I'm gonna.
Yeah.
The majority one.
I
For my
thought-
stuffed dates, yeah.
There was a dealer for dates.
For dates. Yeah.
Okay,
Date
so
dealer?
good. Yeah, that's what I've.
Is there not? You got.
There has
you
to
said
be.
You got a plug.
For dates? Like the food?
The food.
Wow.
Yummy.
I've got a
In the
guy
back alley.
who knows a guy. Sells dates.
Date smuggler.
There probably is.
Dates and weed.
Well, now there for sure is.
We're just,
Right? No.
The real money's in dates, though.
Yeah.
we're just talking about anything edible today. Cheese, dates, charcoal.
Our band.
Someone's hungry.
Major food groups.
But did you mean like dates as in like...
The food.
Okay.
And then
We've left Manny behind.
Well, when they're fresh, they're so
They're
yummy.
so
Oh
yummy,
my gosh.
yeah.
I do like food. That's why I was so bummed about that pop-up not happening.
know.
But I should have been like, what are you doing with those leftovers?
I should.
You owe me them.
Compensation.
you got the case, yeah.
No.
That was the insurance.
Is there a tour possibly planned or some local promotion of the when stuff pops out? Are you buying a van?
No. Well, Lila's got a couple.
A couple vans?
Yeah, that you use for your wedding.
Oh, just one.
Just one.
Just one
Why did I
van.
think a couple?
Because
Did you
our
have
friend
two?
has a van
Oh, okay. Maybe
that
was
we
it.
used that van, and we were like in the van, drinking vodka, and I was supposed to go walk down the aisle. And we're just hanging out in the van. We're like, we should probably go. Everyone's waiting.
It's a real wedding.
Yeah.
I think we probably will have like a CD release party. I would imagine at some point.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing we have planned. We don't have a tour on the books right now, not that I'm aware of, but it's something we'd like to for sure do in the future.
And I mean, we'll talk about it a bit at our April 20th show, the Boss Mama album
Oh,
release.
yeah.
So that'll be a fun one.
So yeah,
What?
Boss Mama.
Yeah. Boss Mama and New Salty Dog.
So, and it's Boss Mama's CD release party. 'cause
Yeah.
she's releasing her album and we're opening for her.
Where is that at?
That's at Ben Paddle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably inside still.
Yeah. Well,
Never know.
yeah. I mean, it would be nice if it was outside, but
With the Duluth, you never know.
Festiversary is that
Man, didn't think about that.
early May. Wow, it's almost a month. Well, yeah.
well,
It could be really
Yeah.
nice. It could
To
be
be
really
determined.
nice, and then the sun sets at 7. Everyone's.
The cars will fall where they may.
Well, that would be awesome.
I think it's good that we're taking our time because I've always kind of rushed music and like, oh, I just want to get it out. and celebrate it and do it, but I'm happy that we're really taking our time and making sure it's what we want, because these songs are really special.
How long have you guys been working on it then?
I mean,
Couple of months.
Yeah.
When did we start? Like
the first song we all wrote together was Never Trusted.
I think we started recording in September. But I mean, all of the songs on the record are the songs that we've written together, like as we talked about before. And I think the first song we wrote together must have been Not Deep.
Was it? Oh, does
Yeah.
that count? Oh yeah, I guess that
I
would
mean,
count.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a real song.
Yeah, it's
The
not,
song was all
it's-
written, and then
it's
I
not
and
a
then I
good
joined.
song.
No, it was because that was the song where like it was already kind of written, and then I joined the band.
Right.
And then I
Oh
just kind of.
yeah.
Here's my
Well, when I wrote it with Lyla, we never played it until you joined the band.
Okay.
Because I wrote it like it must have been like 2 years ago. Like because that was like the first thing we started working on.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. So I mean, we've been kicking these songs around for a while.
2 years for the writing process, and then since we've been recording them since September.
And almost done though. Time to mix. And
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Not rush, but get it done.
It's nice that
and
we
back it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We aren't like restricted by a deadline. I don't
Yeah.
think. Like
Right.
That is nice. It goes both ways. I've noticed if I don't give myself a deadline, I almost will never finish it.
that's true.
Yeah, there
But
is
at the
that
same
aspect.
But I
time-
mean, we are kind of like we're a little antsy.
Yeah.
To like
We already have
get
that.
it out, but we have a lot of time to like sit with it, and like really put out what we want it to sound like and want to hear.
The recording process itself was also like not like as long as it could have been, because we spent like a total of maybe 4 weekends
Yeah.
recording it, and then everything besides that has just been like mixing notes back and forth and stuff like that.
4 weekends for tracking though, that's a lot. That you can get a lot done.
Yeah.
How long are days for these weekends?
Long.
Yeah. 12-hour days,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
8 to 10 hours maybe on average, but some of us definitely stayed there for 12
Yeah.
hours.
2 meal
Yeah.
days together.
Measurement meals.
Two
yeah.
meal days.
Like two meals.
2 meals per
Yeah.
recording.
Like that
Yeah.
long.
yeah.
But I mean, it's really fun though. Like
Oh,
the
right, yeah.
person we're working with, Charlie, he makes it really easy. It's a comfortable space, and
That's the most important. If you like the space and you like who you're working with, and you like,
Yeah.
and it's a band and everyone has good energy, then it just feels fun. Where,
Yeah.
How do you meet Charlie?
I met him a while ago through like One Less Guest people. But then his mom sold us our house. And then I was like, oh yeah, I know him. And then he actually just recorded my husband
Oh yeah,
Sam's album.
Robin Hood was right,
Robin Hood was right. So
and that sounds great.
Yeah,
Out
he
on
did.
all streaming platforms now.
So
Yeah, we definitely learned a lot in those like 4 weekends. At least I think I did. And that's kind of half of why you do something. You do it to get better at it. The next time you do it, and so on and so forth.
I have one thing
Yeah.
that I want to ask you.
Oh boy.
Well, like you're such a great musician and such a wonderful business owner and so welcoming, and like I think we all would say that like Wussow's is. I mean, I've been here since I was 8.
Yeah.
Like you have 3. I mean,
I've been here like 6-7 years.
Yeah, same,
It's
probably, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
it's so special, and like how do you do what you do and do both things so well? And how do you balance it?
I don't know. No, I think I just really, I really like all of it. And then I think just because of just like the support of all the friends and community and my relationships and not having kids, I think that's a huge one. I think if there's even one kid involved, this thing would just be like, ruh-roh. Well, it kind of would. I was like, now I need time and money. We're not, it's like, I bought my house really cheap when I was 19. My dad co-signed this house for $49,000. So I only paid $300 a month rent,
That helps.
and it's paid off now.
Boy,
So I don't really
howdy.
have a house payment. So it's like if things get really tight here, I can almost live on almost nothing, and there's always some food falling on the floor, and so I can really, it's like, that's lunch, there's always something to eat for free that's spoiling or falling on the floor. someone doesn't want onions, and I'm like, no, lunch,
Yeah.
Yes.
So I
Just
think,
a
like
plate of
when-
onions.
yeah.
Do you want the pickles?
You asked the question.
Say no, please.
No, I think I just still really like it a lot, and then I get really bored with just having one thing. It's like it's just the diversity of things. Like this random podcast tonight, I'm get to record Toby Churchill and Corey Kaufman and Danny Cosgrove.
Nice.
They're doing the music for a Choice musical that they
Oh, wow.
made, and so I'm helping them record some of the tracks down here. That's why it's so crowded in here tonight. So it's like I get to make coffee in the morning, and then Russ leaves, then I'm the food guy, then it's podcast time, then it's recording time. Yay!
So you like the juggling of different things. That's helpful.
Yeah, but and also if I had to do like computer stuff all day long, if I was like in accounting or actually managing a restaurant instead of just working in one, like if I was the person like watching cameras and looking for theft and reprimanding people, and if I I would not like it. So and as this place gets busier, it gets trickier because when this place started, there's only 2-3 people, then 4. Now there's like 18 or 19. So now it is trickier. So, but also you learn more as you go too. So luckily it was like a slow curve coming up. It wasn't like Ben Paddle when they started so small, and then they got so big so fast. They met their 7-year goal like in the first or second year.
Wow.
And they just were, so they needed to expand right away, and that would have not been fun, because I would have just burnt out because I was 22 when I bought this building, so I didn't really know what, I still barely do. I didn't know a lot, and I've learned so much along the way, and so just the learning of everything is fun too. Everything from the food side to the sound side and the recording side, it's just been learning by doing it. So yeah.
Thank you.
Where else did you find the energy for all that too? Because the day you described, even of today, of just because when did you get here in the morning?
I didn't get here till 8.
Oh, only till 8, and then you're gonna be here until 8 or 9 too?
9.
Yeah. And some days though you're also here early and like plowing because if there's been snow and stuff, and you're like woohoo!
I don't know what's going on.
Do you think that just really enjoying it, it kind of just brings the energy out, or?
I do. Plowing snow is fun. 5 in the morning, no one's out, and I come in and make a little 4-shot latte, and it's like you're like a little
fun.
kid. You're like, it's like a giant Tonka truck,
I guess.
Consequences.
with consequences.
Real risks.
That's true. I got stuck in the avenue the other day, and every time I tried to get unstuck, I kept sliding down sideways. And then I finally had to quit when I was like 1 inch away from this conversion van that I thought was pristine. But I saw it today. I noticed it's totally smashed on one side. But the front looked perfect, and I was like 1 inch away from hitting. I was like, oh, now what? And then my neighbor comes out of the alley with a giant Jeep. I'm like, you have a tow rope? He's like, yeah. And he pop. It's like, so it's the adventure of it too. Like, now what? Oh no.
Applicable to so many things. That's the adventure of it.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
what?
it's like a tour. It's like your wheel falls off at 2 a.m. in Milwaukee.
Now what?
This 300,000 mile van isn't such a good deal for $1,000.
Who would have thought?
The worst thing ever. One time we were playing a show somewhere big, like big city, Chicago or Milwaukee or somewhere, and we had this giant lock for our trailer. We had this $1,000 conversion van and a trailer. And we loaded everything in, and for some reason, someone locked the trailer. But for another reason, we had 2 locks. One that we had keys to, and one that we lost the keys, but we didn't throw the lock away. But they put the wrong lock on. And it was, of course, like the most
Big
giant master. It's like, no one will ever break into this. And we come out of the club. It's 2 a.m. That thing, we couldn't. People were borrowing tools, hacksaw, hammers, nothing. We couldn't. And then our trailer lights went on. I'm driving with like 100 T-shirts on my lap with no trailer lights going through downtown Milwaukee or wherever we're at. And We end up going to someone's house, and they live on the 3rd floor, and we have to haul everything upstairs.
Oh, shit.
And then we still couldn't get up. We had to find a guy with a cutting torch in the morning to get it off.
Oh, no.
If you have a lock you lose the keys for, just throw it away.
You should sell that story to that lock company.
Master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, oops. Should have waited for the... I always do that.
Should be your theme song, and you're like trying to get it open, and it's like whistling.
Yeah, it'd be a great claymation short.
Yeah.
I'll get right on it.
Oh, yeah.
I
would
probably
be
could
great.
figure it out.
Terry's made some really... He has the coolest animated...
Cool.
I like it.
It's not the cool. I made it for a class of
It's all
different
right.
podcasts I did a few years ago. Where a friend of mine, he was when he was younger. It should be noted, he didn't do this like recently. He was like a young kid, and he pooped in his parents' bedroom, wanting to see the spiky poops that happen.
What?
you know.
Pokey guy.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. But
I
he's
don't.
disappointed when it wasn't
He's more
actually.
Like
cheese.
when
it
you
was-
eat, like when you eat a corn nut or something.
or whatever happens. I don't know. And
Why is he eating pine cones?
but disappointed to see it wasn't spiky. He kicked it under his parents' bed and left.
oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
They discovered it later.
that kid rocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
He
he
eats rocks.
animated this
Yeah.
story.
So yeah, I
Oh.
did like an animatic of it, and
I was just gonna say, like, did I miss who we were talking about? What are
this
we
is a friend of mine who I used to do a
Gotcha.
podcast with.
Wait, he
Yeah.
pooped under the bed?
He did this, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
No, he kicked it under the bed.
So
Right,
So
he
he-
pooped, kicked it under the bed. You made a story.
I drew it out.
You drew it
yeah,
out, okay.
yeah. And then I submitted it for a grade, and it got a college credit.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should
I
thank
really-
your friend for that later.
Yeah,
Thank you
right.
for doing that.
I
The
kept
inspiration.
I kept using him for different stuff because he had all sorts of stupid things he said. So yeah, good to have stupid friends, right?
Don't look at me,
This
Marshall.
always goes in circles, and you never know where you're gonna end up. And it's just for fun.
But yeah,
I didn't even know why we were gonna do this podcast. I thought this would be a thing to get the music out there somehow, and like we'll just put all the music on the podcast,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like same problem. Well,
Well,
we
yeah,
could just have a
I-
regular podcast.
yeah. You didn't really know what a podcast was.
I didn't really know what a
you were
podcast
talking
was.
about- yeah. You were just talking about uploading music to a streaming service.
Yeah,
Being a DJ.
that's not gonna work either.
That was quite. But this worked out. I mean,
Well, now I got into podcasts. I'm like, well, I should listen to someone.
oh
Yeah.
What have you
I
found?
don't remember the names, but I listened to this one from. It was in Texas where there was murders and like sex circles and I don't know. I forget.
It's kind of like what
And
we
I was
do.
listening to it driving through that same area in Texas. I was like, this is creepy.
Whoa! So many people got raped and murdered here.
That's how I felt reading Adam Herman's book Limbo when I was in
Oh.
Colorado. I was right where the demons were attacking.
Did you plan for that?
No, and
No,
I was
like
like,
the
holy shit! I'm right where he said.
That's such bad luck.
I know.
Out of all the books to read.
I know.
I think it is weird when you're listening to something, and I always listen to books on tape, and you're driving, and you're like, this is where I'm at. This is.
It's weird.
It is weird. It's like.
According to our analytics, if you start talking about places in Duluth or Minneapolis, you're bound to talk about someone's listening to this. So if you just start saying random places,
Oh, if you let them pick for you.
Lake Avenue.
Yeah.
Ah.
I see you, James.
Some guy listening to James. Some guy that's named James listening to this podcast is gonna freak out.
Yeah, because you're walking down Lake Avenue and he's gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
Don't trip, James. Watch your back.
This one's.
Don't edit that out.
He needs to hear this.
He knows.
He knows what he did.
Well,
Terry's got to pee.
no, actually,
Just
though, yeah. Normally, that's how I know it's time to wrap things up. But
You
this
don't
time
have a
I'm
beverage,
actually-
that's why.
That's actually, yeah. Yeah, I don't have a beverage. What happened?
And who are we missing for Baharat?
Jackson Ingstrom. Action Jackson.
Oh, whoa.
Bass player.
Oh, I didn't know there was another person. Oh, wow.
Well, you guys are off to rehearsal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun.
We got another interview.
Really?
Yeah. So,
For real?
yeah.
With the reaver.
Really?
Yeah.
They're gonna do a
Who's
better
doing
job
the
than we did.
interview? Is that for real or joke?
No,
Yeah.
we're for real going to another interview after this.
Cool.
This is fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It does feel weird. It's like, oh, we should talk.